All right. Welcome, everyone, to today's deep dive. You guys have sent in some really, really cool stuff.
Yeah, looking forward to this one.
UFO sightings, simulated reality, even a possible ocean planet out there.
A lot to unpack.
Seems like most of it's coming from that Secure Team 10 video on YouTube. So, let's dive in.
Let's do it.
See what we can find. What's interesting to me is
Yeah.
how much this stuff kind of bumps up against these, like, big
Right.
philosophical questions.
Absolutely. And this video jumps right into one. Are we living in a simulation? That's a big one.
Ooh, that is a big one.
People are talking about it.
I mean, it is kind of freaky to think that, like, our reality could be some kind of super advanced computer program.
Right.
But the video mentions, like, some billionaires are so convinced about this, they're, like, investing serious cash
I've heard about this.
to prove it.
Yeah.
Like, what?
It's mind-blowing, right? It's like, how do you even go about proving something like that?
I don't even know.
But they're trying.
They're trying. How do you even begin to wrap your head around that? Like, oh, wow. Okay. So the video actually points to Elon Musk as making this argument about, like, video games, how fast they've been developing, right?
Makes you think, right? Like, 40 years ago, it was Pong. 2 rectangles and a dot.
Yeah.
Bouncing back and forth. And now we've got these massive online worlds, millions of people
Millions, yeah.
interacting in these photorealistic 3D environments. It's crazy.
It really makes you wonder what games are going to be like in another 40 years. I mean, if we're even still around, who knows? But Musk's point is, like, if this keeps going,
If this trajectory continues.
at some point, like, these simulated worlds are going to be indistinguishable from reality.
Yeah, and then how do you know? How do you know if you're the one creating the simulation or if you're the one in the simulation?
Right. Are we the players or are we the characters?
Right.
Whoa.
That's
too much, man.
And it gets even crazier. He suggests that there could be, like, billions of these simulations.
Billion.
Nested, like, one inside the other.
Whoa.
Like, whoa!
Okay, I need a minute to process that.
Yeah, me too.
Maybe we can
Take a step back.
yeah, just ground ourselves a little bit in some of these recent UFO sightings that the video talked about.
Sure, let's do it.
What'd you think of that glowing orb over Moscow? That was pretty freaky.
Yeah, that was interesting. Eyewitnesses describing it as this bright light just hovering over buildings, making these weird movements.
Yeah, like, what is that?
Right, what is that? And one detail I thought was interesting was this mention of a possible second object
Oh, yeah.
near the orb,
Yeah.
a cigar-shaped one. Makes you wonder, like, could these things be moving in formation?
Oh, like a fleet of them or something.
Or even interacting with each other, you know?
That just adds, like, another whole layer
Yeah.
of weird to it. Okay, so then they talked about the sighting in Australia, the black silent UFO.
Yeah, that was caught on video. The witness describing it as moving against the wind and, like, parts of it were reorganizing themselves.
Yeah, it was bizarre. They said it was about the size of a small car, too.
Yeah, small car. That combination of silent movement and defying the wind, it's like, what kind of tech are we talking about here?
Right. It's like, it doesn't even make sense with, like, our current understanding of physics.
Right. And speaking of stuff beyond Earth, those Mars rover images are wild.
Oh, yeah. Those are pretty crazy, too. That one with the faint black circle, kind of hazy.
And what looked like a cylinder or cigar-shaped thing right above it, like it was moving.
I mean, it's hard to tell for sure what we're looking at because of all the sandstorms on Mars right now.
Yeah.
Could be obscuring larger objects. Who knows?
Oh, yeah, definitely. But it does kind of tie into some of those past documented events on Mars, you know?
Yeah, like what?
Well, there's the Russian Phobos incident
Right.
where a probe was, like, knocked out of orbit by this large cylindrical object. Oh, right.
And there have even been images of, like, shadows of these massive cigar-shaped craft on the surface.
It's like, okay, there's a theme here.
Yeah, it's hard to ignore, right?
All this Mars stuff has me thinking about, like, life beyond Earth in general.
Sure.
You know, we found Proxima b, that Earth-like planet in the closest star system to our own.
Oh, yeah. That's huge. And it's in its star's habitable zone, too. Means it's the right distance away for liquid water to, like, actually exist on the surface. Some scientists are even saying it could be a full-on ocean planet, like, completely covered in water.
Wow, a whole planet covered in water. That's wild.
Right. It's mind-blowing. Think about the life that could be down there.
I know. Like, our oceans look like a puddle compared to that.
Totally. And the craziest thing, there's already a plan to send a probe to Proxima b in just 20 years. They're working on this revolutionary new technology, could get us there way faster than we ever thought possible. So, okay, from like potential simulations, UFOs on Mars, and now a whole ocean planet possibly full of life, man, the universe is just
It's amazing,
bursting with mysteries.
Totally. And, the video even offers this unique opportunity to explore the unknown a little closer to home.
Oh, right. The chance to spend the night in Rendlesham Forest in England, where that famous UFO incident happened. Like, England's Roswell.
Yeah, and it's not just like a cabin in the woods or something. It's like a replica motorhome from the kids' show Ben 10. Pretty random, right?
Yeah, I guess they're trying to, like, get the younger generation into it. But honestly, I'm more interested in the location itself.
Sure.
What happened there again? Remind me.
Well, it's considered one of the best documented UFO sightings, like, ever. Back in December 1980, multiple witnesses, including military personnel, reported seeing this strange craft land in the forest.
So it wasn't just, like, random people, right?
Yep.
A U.S. Army colonel, Charles Halt, stationed at a nearby air base, he actually confirmed their radar operators had tracked an unidentified object.
Yep. So it's been debated for decades. Staying in that replica motorhome right where it all went down could be like a pretty immersive experience for anyone into UFOs and the unexplained.
That definitely sounds like an adventure. Wow, so we've covered a lot in this first part of our deep dive. Simulations, UFO sightings, potential life on other planets.
Barely scratched the surface.
Yeah.
In the next part, we're going to go deeper into these findings, look at some alternative perspectives, see if we can make sense of what it all means for, our understanding of the universe and our place in it.
I'm ready for it. Stay tuned, everybody. We're going further down the rabbit hole.
All right, so back to our deep dive into UFOs, simulated realities, and the search for life beyond Earth.
Last time, we left off with a lot of mind-blowing things to think about. So where do we even begin to unpack all of this?
Well, let's circle back to that simulation theory for a minute.
Okay.
Easy to go down that rabbit hole, but, gotta remember, as of right now, it's still just a theory.
True, but it's a theory that, like, some really smart, influential people are taking pretty seriously, even investing money to research it.
Right.
That's got to mean something,
Well,
right?
I think it speaks to this growing sense of wonder and possibility. Our technology keeps advancing, and we're starting to realize that, like, the boundaries of reality might be a lot more fluid than we once thought.
Yeah, like what we think is impossible today could be totally normal tomorrow.
Exactly. And the fact that these Silicon Valley billionaires are, like, putting their money where their mouth is, funding research into this, it suggests that it's not just some crazy idea. Makes you wonder what they know that we don't.
I know, right? Like, are they onto something?
It's fascinating to think about. But, even if we never actually prove or disprove the simulation theory, just thinking about the question can lead to some profound insights.
Yeah.
It makes us examine our assumptions about consciousness, perception, and even the limits of what we understand about the universe. Like, what does it even mean to be real?
Whoa. Okay, I see what you mean. It's like, even if we're totally wrong, just the journey of asking those questions is valuable in itself.
Exactly.
And that kind of brings us to the whole UFO thing. I mean, some people brush it off as hoaxes or whatever, but there are just so many reports, especially from the credible sources. It makes you wonder.
Yeah, and it's not just the quantity, it's the specifics in some of these reports that are really intriguing.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Take that glowing orb over Moscow. If it was just a weather balloon or something, why would there be another object, a cigar-shaped one, right there with it?
Good point. I guess those little details that throw you off.
Right. And then there was that silent black UFO in Australia, moving against the wind, seemingly breaking the laws of physics as we understand them. What's going on there?
Yeah, what I guess explain that? It's nuts.
It really is. And don't forget that Mars rover image, the one with the faint black circle and the possible cylindrical object. Could we be seeing evidence of something incredible happening, not just here, but on other planets too?
It's a crazy thought, but those past events on Mars, like the Russian Phobos incident and those pictures of the cigar-shaped shadows, they kind of make you think.
Right. There might be a pattern emerging here, though we also have to consider other explanations. Could there be natural phenomena we just don't understand yet?
Yeah, that's fair. Got to stay open-minded, but also critical. But all this talk about UFOs and, maybe aliens, it makes me wonder, what would it mean for us if we actually confirmed there's intelligent life out there?
Yeah.
How would we even react?
That's a huge question with massive implications.
Right.
It would completely change our worldview, our understanding of our place in the universe. Imagine the impact on Science, religion, philosophy, everything.
It would be a total paradigm shift. We might finally have answers to those big questions like, are we alone? Where do we come from? What's our purpose?
Or it could raise even more questions. What if these extraterrestrial civilizations are way more advanced than us? What if they're not friendly? We might not be at the top of the food chain anymore, so to speak.
That is a little scary to think about. But I'm trying to be optimistic. Maybe contact with another intelligent species could actually be a good thing.
Oh, how so?
Like maybe it would force us to come together as a species, finally put our differences aside and work together. Face a common challenge.
I like your optimism. It's true, something like that could unite humanity in a way we can't even imagine. Think of the technological advances, the scientific breakthroughs, even just the cultural exchange.
Exactly. It would be transformative, for better or worse. But you know what? Even if we never meet any aliens, the search itself, exploring the universe and grappling with these huge questions, that's valuable in itself.
I totally agree.
It expands our horizons, challenges our assumptions, and shows us how much there is still to learn out there.
Absolutely. And speaking of new discoveries, let's not forget about Proxima b.
Oh, right. The ocean planet.
Potentially habitable, just a hop, skip, and a jump away in cosmic terms.
Wild to think about. A planet covered in water, maybe teeming with life as we don't even know it, right in our cosmic backyard.
It's in the Goldilocks zone too, remember? Not too hot, not too cold, just right for liquid water. And that's like the key ingredient for life as we know it.
So the chances of finding something there are pretty good, right? And with that plan to send a probe in 20 years, we might get a peek at what's down there sooner than we think.
It's mind-blowing, isn't it? We could witness the discovery of life beyond Earth in our lifetime. What a time to be alive.
It really does feel like an age of discovery. The possibilities are endless.
They really are.
But let's step back from the what-ifs for a second.
Okay, sure.
I want to talk about something a bit more down to earth. Let's go back to that opportunity to spend the night in Rendlesham Forest.
Ah, yes. The Rendlesham Forest incident. It's one of those things that just grabs your attention, and for good reason. The stories from that night are pretty compelling.
It's one thing to read about it, but to actually spend the night there in that replica Ben 10 motorhome right where it happened, that would be something else.
Can you imagine? Under the stars, surrounded by those trees, knowing that you're in the exact spot where people saw that craft. Chills, man.
I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it.
Right.
It's just kind of funny that it's a Ben 10 motorhome, but I kind of like it. It's like a little bit of fun mixed in with this really serious, mysterious topic.
Adds a little whimsy to the whole thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So whether you're a total UFO buff or just a curious traveler, a night in Rendlesham Forest sounds like an adventure.
For sure. It's a chance to connect with history, think about the mysteries of the universe, and maybe even experience something truly extraordinary. Who knows? You might even see a UFO yourself.
Now that would be a story to tell. We've covered so much ground today, from the far reaches of space to the depths of Rendlesham Forest.
And we've only scratched the surface. In the final part, we'll try to bring it all together, see how these seemingly different ideas connect, and what they might reveal about how we understand the universe.
This has been an amazing journey so far. Can't wait to see where it takes us next. Stay with us, everyone, for the exciting conclusion of our deep dive. Okay, so welcome back for the last part of our deep dive. We've gone through some pretty wild stuff.
Yeah.
Simulated realities, those UFOs on Mars, even that whole ocean planet thing.
Quite a journey, right?
It is. So how do we tie this all together? Like, what does it all mean?
Yeah, in this last part, let's try to connect the dots, see what it tells us about the universe and, where we fit in.
All right, let's do it. What really gets me is how all these topics, even though they seem so different,
Yeah.
they kind of point to a huge shift in, like, how we see ourselves.
No, totally. For a long time, we thought we were it, center of everything. But all this stuff we've been talking about, it challenges that whole idea.
Yeah, like, what if we're just one tiny piece of a much bigger, more complicated puzzle?
Right.
If we are in a simulation, if aliens are out there, if other planets are full of life, it kind of makes you feel less special,
It's humbling, right? Forces us to admit that we don't know everything. And I think there's something beautiful about that.
There is. It reminds you that we're still learning, still growing. There's so much out there we haven't discovered yet.
Exactly. That's what makes life interesting. Keeps us going,
Yeah, totally. And it's not just those big existential things either. It's also about, like, those smaller, more real discoveries, like spending a night in Rendlesham Forest, getting up close and personal with that UFO mystery.
That's a perfect example. Even a local thing like that can get people excited about the unknown.
It's like a reminder that mysteries are everywhere, even in our own backyards. All you need is curiosity.
And a little bit of courage to step outside your comfort zone. Who knows what you might find? Maybe you'll prove some wild theory, or maybe you'll stumble onto something totally new, something that blows our minds even more.
The possibilities are endless. That's what makes all this so inspiring, whether it's simulated reality, UFOs, or those distant ocean planets. It just reminds us that there's still so much to learn, so much to explore.
Exactly. So, as we wrap up this deep dive, don't lose that sense of wonder, all right? Keep asking questions, challenge the status quo, and never stop being curious.
Great advice. Embrace the unknown, and maybe one day you'll be the one making a discovery that changes everything.
It's been a pleasure exploring all this with you. Until next time, keep looking up and keep searching for those answers.
Thanks for listening, everyone. We'll catch you on our next deep dive.